back to Open, everyone. So many women throughout the U.S. use the IUD, a contraceptive that can last over 5 years to help prevent pregnancy. Over the years, many women have experienced harmful side effects to their body due to the IUD. And according to research, advertisers fail to inform consumers about the side effects while only listing a few. Our next guest decided to create a film shedding light on this issue. Let's take a sneak peek at the film Inner You Diagnosed.
I felt again this sensation in my stomach, and I said, no, I can't, this is something else. So I went back on the internet and searched IUD. I started reading thousands of stories, the same stories as myself.
Anxiété,
des segments de gencives,
ovarial cyst,
problèmes de
Oh, dolore, vertigo.
kaage,
Creșterea în greutate.
The side effects group is not to debate whether IUDs are bad for us or not. It's to give support to the women that are suffering side effects.
There's something wrong with the car part, and it causes issues in the car. There's a recall, and all the owners know about it. But this was in our bodies. This is in a female body, and nobody told us.
And joining us to tell us more about Inner You Diagnosed, the film, please welcome director and executive producer Catherine Shesha. Hello and welcome.
Thank you. Hi.
Thank you for being here. This is a very serious topic.
It is.
I'm very curious to know what inspired you to even capture it. Is this something that personally affected you?
It is. Yes. About 4 years ago, I was rushed to the hospital with full body convulsions, and I had been sick for about 2 years with misdiagnosed illnesses, lots of them. But at the emergency room, an emergency room nurse said to me, "Did you ever, were you ever told this could be your IUD?" And I had not.
What were some of the symptoms, if you don't mind me asking?
I had numbness on my whole left side, temporary paralysis in my left foot. I had to learn how to walk with a walker again, memory loss, bleeding gums.
Wow, that's pretty extreme.
Yes, yes.
Coming from a foreign object that's been inserted in your body, right? Because at the end of the day, that's what it is.
Right, exactly.
Wow. So, okay. So you went through all of these, I guess, checkups, and it took how long for them to conclude that it was possibly the IUD? Well, obviously, you created a whole film about it. So,
right.
How long was that before you figured it out?
As soon as the nurse told me that, I went right to the internet and searched up IUDs and side effects, and saw thousands of women similar to myself that had the same story, where they were sick and they also became aware that it could be the IUD. So I had it removed 3 days later, and immediately almost all of my symptoms were gone.
Wow, that's interesting. So just out of curiosity, right, there was a certain, I want to say, era in which IUDs were very popular, right? So what was that era, and how popular is it now? And do people even still insert IUDs?
Not only do they still insert them, but they're more popular than ever. Back in the 70s, the Dalcon Shield was a well-known IUD that was in the market. And that IUD caused several women to die, and also a lot of infertility. So the history of the IUD is not very positive.
Right, it's not, and I know you're still working on the film. I mean, and I know this is a little bit of a Debbie Downer topic. However, it's something that needs to be brought into light because, from what I understand, in China they actually make women put IUDs in, and it's the means of controlling population.
They do. It's interesting, though, if you speak to, I've spoken to women from China, and their culture is different, and they actually appreciate the fact that they're getting the IUD inserted because they won't have to pay for another child to go through schooling. For them, it's a financial benefit,
Right.
and it helps them. So depending on your culture, it could actually be a positive for some people.
That's interesting, though, right? Just as a human being, these considerations in which we take care or just care for our bodies at the end of the day, right? And the fact that we're also domesticated to a place of just even accepting putting something foreign in there to prevent birthing life.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I want to be sure that people understand that when we're doing this film project, it's not to prevent, people from having the choice to use birth control and that type of thing. We really want people to be aware and informed of just the side effects so they can make proper decisions and know when their health is in danger.
And I understand that you've actually spoken to women from all parts of the world.
Yes.
Right? And so what is the general consensus that's common?
That their doctors either persuaded them to get the IUD or that they were highly recommended. And then once they got them, they found out that they were having, constant side effects or a feeling of just not feeling right. And when they tried to get them removed, they were almost hit with the doctors didn't want to remove them. The doctors were kind of hesitant and said, the side effect couldn't be possibly the IUD, and you're doing too much online, you're reading too much, and kind of disregarding them.
So what do you hope for people to walk away with after seeing this film?
I just hope that they have awareness as to what possible risks are out there. There are a lot of common side effects, and I think it's being touted as, there are none, little to none. It's all you hear is there are little to no side effects, and I think it's so important for people to know there are side effects. There's side effects with everything, and it's important to do the research.
And so, just in closing, I have to ask you this. Do you find that having produced this film was a way of you, providing yourself with therapy to overcome what you had to endure?
I think in a lot of ways it's helped me to deal with the fact that I felt almost violated. I felt like I was tricked into getting something that was harmful to my body, and being able to help other women so they don't have to go through what I did, or that if they're having any issues, they can recognize them. That's therapeutic to me.
So where can people see what has been produced so far? Because I know it's not finished.
Right. The film is not complete. If they go to our website, they can follow along with our production and get updates, which is www.inneryoodiagnose.com. As far as learning more, there's a Facebook page called IUD Awareness that I highly recommend if anyone's questioning or having, side effects.
Well, we appreciate you. I appreciate you, Catherine, for coming and just standing in the forefront and being brave to just release and let go of it, and in the process helping others along the way. So thank you for coming and sharing it here with our viewers.
Thank you very much.
All right, you guys, once again, for more updates on Inner You Diagnose, you can visit inneryoudiagnose.com. We have to take a quick break, but when we return, we'll hear about a staple Latino media company that's made its mark on the East Coast when we return.